You're trying to educate people to promote a better world, but they keep attacking you for your views. I sympathize with you. Sadly, our society values feelings over facts and logic. What views of yours are drawing criticism? That the United States Constitution is actually trash, written by a bunch of rich white politicians making deals with each other? I can see why some Americans might object to that. What don't you like about the Constitution? The principle of popular sovereignty? That power rests with the people? No, that's okay. The separation of powers and the principle of checks and balances? No, you're fine with that? What about having elected representatives answerable to their constituents? No problem there either. Surely you don't oppose the concept of individual rights, that every citizen is equal under the law? Oh, that's the one? Why does that bother you? Because it didn't include rights for slaves or women. That is a sad fact of history. But Europeans started the African slave trade in the 15th century, and it didn't end until the 1800s. The framers inherited the system. They didn't create it. They should have ended it sooner. Actually, Thomas Jefferson included a rejection of slavery in his first draft of the Declaration of Independence, and 11 colonies approved it. But 2 colonies didn't, and without a unanimous vote, there wouldn't have been a country at all. It would have been better not to have one? I'm not sure that would have benefited the slaves. What's that? They excluded women as well? That is true. But women didn't get the vote pretty much anywhere until after World War I, so the United States was ahead of the curve. And the Constitution was designed to evolve through amendments, which is how slaves and women eventually achieved equality. That's why it doesn't make much sense to blame the founders for not being as progressive as we are. If they hadn't set us on course, we wouldn't be here either. I beg your pardon? I'm using circular reasoning. How so? Because once we know the difference between right and wrong, it's immoral for us to excuse past acts inconsistent with modern standards of morality. Interesting theory. That's kind of like saying once you've built a building up to the 20th story, you have no excuse for having started on the ground floor. Yes, that's exactly right. Well, feel free to use that logic in your next editorial. You don't even have to give me credit for it.